Alright, this is take 3 for this video. I've already recorded it in full one time and realized that there were major sound issues, so we're going to try this again. I'm not recording it again, I'm just going to post whatever it is, so if the volume is bad, I do apologize, but I'm not doing it again. I'm going to go through and read everything first. That way if you're just here to see how to say something, you can get that out of the way. Including these two up here that I had everyone add to the list. So I'm going to start with them and go all the way through. I know this looks different than the list that you have, but I'll explain why as I go through the vocab, and then if you've already been in class and seen this, you kind of understand what's going on anyway. Alright, so you have le prof, la prof, l'ami, l'ami, le garçon, la fille, brun, blond, petit, grand, amusant, français, américain, intelligent, poli, joli, méchant, timide, énergique, sympathique, hypocrite, sincère, égoïste, drôle, triste, désagréable, pauvre, riche, bête, adorable, aimable, sympa, snob, super. Alright, so 1 through 4 that was originally printed on your vocab list, and the 2 that I have added. These are all nouns, so person, place, thing, or idea. In French, all nouns have always have to have something in front of them, something attached to them. So when you see nouns on your vocab sheet, they will always have something that looks like this: an L apostrophe, an LE, an LA. There is an LES that we'll talk about later in another video and on another day in class. But all of these that are highlighted in yellow, they just mean the, and these up here, lo and la here, those also mean the. And when you're looking up these words, when you're looking up nouns, you ignore that and you search for whatever the big word is, the actual noun, in order to find it in the dictionary or to find it on word reference. So number 1 and 2 both are l'ami. There's no difference in pronunciation, how you say it. The difference comes with the spelling. So ami, both mean friend. The ami with an extra E on the end is your female friend, whereas ami without an E is your male friend. And that's also something that is a thing in Romance languages like French. You have to have a gender, male, female, masculine, or feminine, for every noun that you have. So the word table is a feminine noun, but the word board, like chalkboard, is a masculine noun. And we'll talk, like I said, we'll talk more about that later, where we'll work with masculine and feminine and singular and plural and that kind of thing. But it is a concept that is very important to French and very important to this unit. That's kind of one of the big things that we are working with this. So when you learn your word, don't just learn that ami, A-M-I or A-M-I-E means French. Learn the L apostrophe in front of it. Learn the LE in front of garçon, the LA in front of fille. It will make your life so much easier later on. So much so that if you get this wrong, if you put LE where there's supposed to be an LA and vice versa, or an L apostrophe or whatever it is, I do count off on every test for that, because you've got to know what goes in front. And while we're on the topic of spelling, you are going to have to be able to spell all of these when you have your test. Spelling is very, 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 very important for this unit. It's basically the entire unit. Do you know how to make things masculine? Do you know how to make things feminine? And do you know how to spell these? So you need to be studying them now so that you know what is going on. Okay? Alright, so le garçon means boy, and la fille, means girl. And those are the 4 that are on your list. And then the 2 that I added both mean teacher or professor. They are le prof for the male teacher and la prof for the female teacher. So this LE is pronounced le, like similar to je in je m'appelle. And then la, everybody kind of knows what la is. La is just la, like fa la 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 la. All right, number 5 through 32, all of the rest of these are adjectives. They describe nouns. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. And there is a meaning, a point to the fact that these do not have any stars beside them. These have 1 star and these have 2 stars. Again, I'll explain that in a separate video and in a separate class period. So for now, just know that they're all adjectives and they all mean something to describe these people. And the only people we're going to be able to describe right now are your friends, girls, boys, and your teachers. So you can talk bad about your teachers if you want to. But I will say this, there are several teachers on campus and lots of students that know enough French, whether teachers took it in high school or students had me. They know what you're saying, so if you are being too mean to people and insulting them too much, they can call you out on it or write you up, so be careful with that. Alright, again, since I've already done this video a couple of times, I did not go in and delete everything, so you can see all the answers to everything right now. If that's all you're here for, you can copy them down and be done. But brun means brown-haired or brunette. We don't really call guys brunettes. We say they have brown hair, which is why there's a double meaning there. Number 6, blond does mean blonde. And on 5 through, well, a lot of them, 12 especially, you can see it at the beginning. If you remember me writing this on the board right here, saying you have to be careful how you pronounce things. You're not pronouncing this N, you're not pronouncing this D or this T, because it's not in the word careful. Those are kind of like a silent E, they're a silent consonant sound. Okay, so blond means blonde. Petit is small or little. Grand is big or large. Some people, or sometimes you can use it for tall. I normally put large and small or little. I kind of use half and half of the time. Either one, or any of these, whatever you put on the test will be fine. All right, number 9 and number 22 are connected. That's why they are both highlighted in green. Number 9 is amusant, which is funny, but it is an amusing funny. Whereas 22 is also another form of funny, but it's more silly. It is droll. So if you're thinking of like silly kids songs or little, kids acting silly, or somebody being silly, stupid, almost a class clown type silly, that is droll. Anything else that's funny, it's entertaining, is amusing. That would be amusant. 10 and 11 are bolded for a reason on here. I promise I didn't on any of the other videos. 10 is français, which means French. It has an A in it. Do not put this on your test, an O in the place of an A, because that is a person's name. Francois is this one. That is like Francis, that's the person's name. Whereas français with an A means French. Okay, so don't put this. This is not what it is. Then 11, you have américain. This E with this accent mark is a long A sound. And something that, if you notice, the reason these are bolded is because they're not capitalized in French. We capitalize nationalities, we capitalize days of the week, we capitalize months of the year. But the French do not. All of that is lowercase. The only thing that is capitalized would be the first word, letter of a sentence, and actual names of people or places. So, Laura or Laurel, Hattiesburg, France. Those things are still capitalized. They don't even capitalize the word I in the middle of the sentence. It's a lowercase letter. So a little bit different grammar stuff than what you're used to in English. All right, number 12 is intelligent, which is smart or intelligent. I usually put smart on your test instead of intelligent. 13 is poli, which means polite. 13 is poli. 14 is jolie, which means pretty. 15 is where you can start talking about your teachers giving you too much work and being mean. You have méchant. And all of those 5 through 15 are like a group. 16 through 29, they all have 1 star, so they are a group. There's something similar about all of these that are grouped together. So 16, you have timide, which is shy or timid. 17 is énergique, which is energetic. And then 18 and 30 are connected because they are highlighted again in the same color. And they both mean nice. So you have sympathique. This TH does not make the same sound in French. It's just a T sound. The H is silent almost always. And then you have sympa. And all of this is, sympa is somebody got lazy and didn't want to say the whole word on sympathique. Similar to the way people say bro or bruh or cuz instead of saying brother or cousin. It's just slang is all it is. And I don't teach you a ton of slang, but I do teach you this one partly because sympathique is kind of hard to say. 19, or go up to 29. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. On 29 you have aimable. That one means likable, and the reason I want you to put likable here instead of, I think some people had it up here when you look stuff up. Aimable comes from the verb that means to like, so you need to know that one is likable, and it'll connect later. Okay. Alright, 19 is hypocrite, which means hypocritical. It is an adjective, not a noun. Sincere is sincere or honest. I usually use sincere. Egoiste is selfish, so if someone is egotistical, they are selfish. Triste is sad. Désagréable is disagreeable or unpleasant. Pauvre is poor. We are going to use it as I'm poor and have no money poor, but it can be used as well for poor, pitiful baby, child, someone. There is a difference in how you use it, like when you put it in a sentence, and we're not really going to talk about the poor, pitiful me way of using poor right now. 26, riche means rich. If you were in class, you know that bête also means beast or animal. So if you call someone a bête, you're calling them like a dum-dum in English. It's a dumb animal or a dumb beast is how you're calling them. Because bête can also mean dumb or stupid, and that's what we're using it for. Adorable means adorable or cute, similar to likable. This part, A-D-O-R, comes from a verb that means to adore. That's why we say adorable. Alright, 2 more. You have snob, which is snobby or snobbish. Same thing as stuck up. Any of those will count. And then the last one, you have super, which means super or amazing. Again, I'll take any of these answers that are on here. I also think someone said this one is also kind. I will take that. Just know that I will probably put likable on your test, so make sure you can recognize that. Okay.